Howdy Sketchies, it's Megan of Hello North, and today we're doing something a little bit different. We are going to be unboxing Final Fantasy XV's Ultimate Collector's Edition, and then we're going to be doing a piece of artwork based on one of the characters. So let's go. So first off, this is my hubby and me's Ultimate Collector's Edition. We were able to snag one of the first 10,000 before the server crashed, and we have been waiting months for this to come in. And it's technically Mr. Hubby's, but I get to play with it too. He has already opened the box to get the game downloading, getting the updates downloaded, so he's already kind of gone through it. He didn't let me videotape it because he hates being in videos. So this is me kind of going over all the fun goodies that are in this box. So first off, this box is ungodly shiny. It's got a like metallic blue to it, and it's got the four friends on the cover, the four main characters, and I really love this logo that they have here. I don't know if it's focusing or not, but it's the regalia and the four main characters and a tent, kind of like symbolizing the journey that they're going through. From a graphics standpoint, this box is really beautiful. It's very sleek, it's very sexy, and the coloration of it is really awesome. I mean, it really feels like this is something special. So opening up the box, I believe this is something that came with all pre-orders of Final Fantasy XV. I'm not for sure, so if you pre-ordered a different box of any kind, let me know if these are in your box as well. These are Final Fantasy postcards, and they're little stills from the game, and they are so beautiful. They're so cool. I don't know why you would want to actually mail these out. We're probably gonna get frames and frame them along with all of our fun stuff. So Final Fantasy XV came in a box, inside of a box, inside of this box, inside of this box. This is the box. And I don't think you guys will be able to see it because it's black. It's a black box with black ink printed on top of it, but it is the Final Fantasy Ultimate Collector's Edition, and then it has a little logo here, and it is heavy. It's about 11 pounds worth of fun little fan goodness. So let's open it up here. So first off, if you see on top, it is the Final Fantasy Play Arts Noctis Ultimate Collector's Edition figure, and we've already gotten him out and put him together because I guess the plastic on the inside that was holding the pieces in their little slots, it broke, so our pieces were kind of all over the place inside the box. And then the second box, inside this box, is the actual game with all of the fun extras. And the artwork on this is beautiful. It is the tapestry / mural that they unveiled at the Final Fantasy press conference. And it is like, all together, this box, this edition is, as a whole, is beautiful. There's lots of blues and blacks, which I think are just amazing. All right, let's open this up. I had to go put somebody down for a nap because they wouldn't stop getting out of their bed. But on the inside, you have the two metal cases plus the art of Final Fantasy. So let's pull all of this stuff out. I'm going to pull it out one at a time because there's so much. Okay, first off, we have the actual game itself. This isn't like your standard game case. It is a metal case, and it is so gorgeous, kind of keeping with this very of the box, they've got Noctis on the front, and on the back is Gladio, and he is the cover for Kingsglaive, the movie, which we watched last night. We've been waiting for it to come out in our box before we watched it, and it was amazing. As you can see, our game is already, actually it's the Kingsglaive video that's in there. We had to go on ahead and put the game in and get it going and downloading because it had like a almost 7 gig update, I think. And then here is the second box, metal case, and it has Ignis on the front, and that is for the special soundtrack. And then on the back is Prompto, which he is the cover for the Brotherhood anime series that they came out on YouTube, but now we have a physical copy. And here is the CDs. Now, the one thing that I really did not appreciate with the special soundtrack is I was so gung-ho and ready to like throw this in the car and get it downloaded onto the hard drive. The soundtrack is a Blu-ray disc. I really don't know like how that works. It's not your traditional CD, so the only way that you can listen to the special soundtrack is if you have a Blu-ray sound system. I don't know if those, my husband's probably going, oh, they have those, but we're gonna have to rip the songs off on our computer before we can put them on into a CD, before we can put them on into our car. So I'm kind of disappointed on this part, the fact that it is only a Blu-ray disc, so I can't listen to it in my car. I've already tried putting it in CD players of any kind, and it's not going to work. So I'm really kind of bummed that it is a Blu-ray disc versus a CD player. But other than that, these two cases are really gorgeous. They've got that metal etched look, and they're really pretty to look at. So let's put them back in here. Otherwise, Mr. Hubby will have a cow. And my favorite part of this box, puts the box down, is this beauty right here. It's kind of hard to see because, like I said, a lot of this is black on black, so it's very dark, but it's a very minimalistic cover versus a lot of other art of video game books that I've seen. But this is the art of Final Fantasy 15. It is so pretty. And then it also has the logo of the Regalia and the 4 friends on the back. It's very, like, if you have sweaty hands, I don't normally have sweaty hands, but like when you touch the book, you can kind of see like residual like shadows and moisture all over your book. So it doesn't really resist water very well. But this book is gorgeous from a graphic standpoint. I love the pattern. I don't know if you guys will be able to see it, that they use throughout the entire series. They use this really awesome pattern, and it is the Roman numerals for 15, but it's so sleek. I really love it. It's very modern compared to a lot of previous Final Fantasies where it feels more, definitely more fantasy. But this book is gorgeous. All the pages are full color prints. Some of them fold out to give a bigger look. There's concept art, there's 3D models. It's such a beautiful art book, and I'm so pleased with the quality that we got from the art book. And being an artist myself, I'm very picky about my art books, and just all of the fun stuff that they put in here just shows how much detail detail they went into making this game. I mean, this is definitely 10 years worth of work, and it has turned out beautifully. So this is just a joy to go through as an artist, and I'm so glad that it was in the Ultimate Collector's Edition. Oh my gosh, this was the one, besides the game, this was the other part that I was very excited for. So one of the things that, there it is, that we saw when we were going, when my husband was looking for his registration code and whatnot, we found this little thing, and we thought it was like, you know, like a promo, or, you know, just buy more games. And you open it up and it said, thank you for your support, with all signatures from everybody who worked on the game. This, I thought, was a really cool little token in there to kind of remind us that yes, we've been waiting for this game a long time, but that we're being thanked for waiting this long and throwing so much support behind the creators of Final Fantasy 15. So it's really cool to get a little hey thanks from them, and so I thought that was really awesome, a nice little tidbit, because most games do not put that kind of stuff in there. So let me go get the figure of Noctis so I can do like a nice really cool close-up for it. Alright, so now I have Noctis, and we went ahead and we had already put him together, because like I said, the little plastic holder for shipping him, I guess it cracked, and so he was kind of like, his hands were kind of out and about, and he was falling apart. So we went ahead and we got him out and put him together, and the detail on this figure is mind-blowing. I've owned a lot of reproductions and high-end quality figures, and this is the most beautiful figure that I've seen in a really long time. Nothing about this looks cheap. And the hands, there's 2 different sets of hands. Actually, I think there's 3 different sets of hands, now that I think about it. So you can interchange the hands. There's 2 weapons. It comes with a nice clear stand, so you can stand him up. You can even kind of make him kind of flying in the air if you wanted to, if you manipulated it well enough. But the whole thing is fully posable. It has a nice little click to it, all the joints, so you know when you're like over pushing it, or you know, you get it right in the correct spot. But the detail on this is fantastic. So I'm going to take this over to the table, and I'm going to kind of give a nice zoom in, because me holding it is just not going to work. Alright, so to start off, like, look at his shirt. It has the skull and crossbones that is in the game, which is so cool, and then just the hair detail and the face detail. Let me see if I can bring it in. There we go. His face is so awesome. Most of the time, a lot of figures, they just look kind of fake. And yeah, he does have a figure style face, but it looks so awesome. Here, I'm gonna take this spear off because it is hitting my camera constantly. But the quality of the hands is amazing. It is so well done. You can see all the buttons on his jacket. And like I said, it comes with 2 weapons, which the detail in his sword is amazing. It's so gorgeous. I can definitely see the time was spent making this figure. And then his other weapon, which is the spear, is beautiful detail quality as well. And he can either hold one, or in my case, I just felt like it was silly to have only one weapon on him when they're so pretty. It comes with this clear stand, which is really easy to assemble, and you can kind of adjust it to whatever pose that you're wanting to do. It is a little bit, the actual stand feels kind of flimsy, but I mean, for the weight of this figure, it really balances really well. It's not going to like fall over unless you really sit there and manipulate it to where it will. But it is an absolutely beautiful figure. I mean, we're really excited. We're thinking about picking up the rest of the characters in this figure quality. I don't know if you can find this specific Noctis figure outside of the Ultimate Collector's Edition box, just because I think it was created just for that. But oh my gosh, it is beautiful, and I think I am going to try my hand at painting Noctis, just because his character is so cool. I really love his character, and I love these kick butt weapons. They're very steampunkish. Don't you agree? I mean, look, it looks like it has a motor on it. So, oh my gosh. Let's get started and let's get painting a painting of Noctis. Alright, so I decided to paint Noct in acrylics because I am very impatient and I want things to be dried instantly. So I use a lot of acrylic. I had a lot of fun sketching out Noct. I did a lot of sketches in my sketchbook. I used the actual figurine as a reference, so it was a lot of fun posing that around and playing with it. I really felt that Noct was really hard to paint because since it's a lot of blacks, it was very hard to get a difference between shadows and lights, but I think I found a solution by outlining a lot of the black with a white fine liner, and I think the end result really turned out great. So earlier there was a little subtitle that I figured out how to work the CD, and it turns out that you can like rip the music from the CD. It actually has an option, or the Blu-ray for the soundtrack, but it's got like each song has some kind of like moving picture associated with it, and just to kind of add to the experience of the soundtrack. And I thought it was really beautiful. Like when we popped it into our PlayStation, it was really awesome. It was like watching a movie, but watching just a music video. So I figured that out. It turned out really awesome. We're actually ripping the music off of it to put in on our phones, and so that way we can listen to the music. So why I am painting like half of this black is because my 2-year-old, while it was out drying, decided that blue just needs to really be in on this painting, so I had to paint half of it. But it turned out great because it gave me an excuse to kind of come up with a better background than what I originally thought, which is doing a white pencil sketch of the Phantom swords and weapons, which are very difficult to find online. Really good reference photos for that. So I was, they might not look exactly like some of the Phantom blades, but it was with what I got. So I think it turned out really good. I'm kicking myself that I don't have more of these pine wood panels. I can't find them anywhere because I kind of want to do the rest of the characters on the same textured background. I think he turned out great. I filmed this with my brand new GoPro, so if it's not the same quality as my other videos, bear with me. I'm still trying to learn all the different settings on the GoPro to make it look just as good. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and become a sketchy. Leave me a comment down below. I love reading comments and responding back. And if you haven't checked out my Patreon, check that out. Until next time, keep on sketching, guys.